It seems like Assassin's Creed Shadows getting cancelled is actually turning out to be a very serious thing at this point. Usually when it comes to stuff like this, I don't really take them seriously because obviously Assassin's Creed fans are very divided and everybody has their own different opinions. Every time Ubisoft releases a new Assassin's Creed game, it's always someone complaining about these games. But this time, it's not just fans. The entire country, Japan itself, is against Ubisoft and they're completely just trying to get this game cancelled. It seems like it's actually affecting the sales of the game, and most probably it seems like the pre-orders for Assassin's Creed Shadows have gone down, which has now led Ubisoft to make an official statement, which in return just made things even more worse than it already was. Now, just a couple hours ago, the official Assassin's Creed account on Twitter, they tweeted out this apology where they stated that the Assassin's Creed Shadows team has a message for Japanese community. Now, I don't know if you guys have heard about this, but Japanese fans of Ubisoft and even the entire government is against Ubisoft at this point. They've been filing lawsuits to get Assassin's Creed Shadows cancelled, and it seems like it's actually affecting at this point. And the pre-orders for this game in Japan, the place where it's supposed to get the highest amount of sales and pre-orders, since the game is officially set in Feudal Japan, so obviously Ubisoft might have expected the people from Japan are going to be playing this game more than anywhere else in the world. And they also have the game completely set in the Japanese original language as well, so it kind of makes sense that Ubisoft kind of expected this game to really outshine in the country that the entire culture is set in. But it seems like that's not the case. It seems like Japanese people are very, very offended at this point because Ubisoft disrespected the Japanese culture, and it's not about making Yasuke the main protagonist of the game. Now, honestly, the real truth that why people are actually mad about this game is not that Yasuke, a black character, is the main protagonist. The real reason why Japanese people are angry is that Ubisoft kind of just disrespected their entire culture by taking a person who is a real-life historic person that people in Japan have some high value and respect to, who is Yasuke. And according to some of the real history about this person, it seems like Yasuke actually had a wife and kids in real life. But however, in Assassin's Creed Shadows, Ubisoft just decided to take this character in and try to put him as a protagonist of the game and pretty much just make him a gay character. And that's honestly, I think, is why people are very, very angry at Ubisoft at this point. And from the apology that Ubisoft has given today, it definitely seems like they're not touching on the main reason as to why people in Japan are really mad about it. It's not just about the fact that they used Yasuke. The whole issue is that they're using Yasuke, who's a person from their history, and pretty much just making him into a gay character who just romances with any genders that he wants inside the game. Now, if this is a thing that they did with Naoe, that's completely acceptable because she's not a real life character. And no matter what kind of an approach you take with Naoe as a character, let her be gay or do whatever the stuff she wants, it's definitely not going to be affecting anybody around the world. But if you're taking someone from a real history and someone who has a wife and kids and a family and pretty much just defaming the character's identity and making him gay, where he could simply just romance any man or woman inside a game, that's completely disrespectful. And that's basically why Japanese people are angry about this whole situation. But it seems like the apology that Ubisoft has given in the recent message, it definitely has no relation or whatsoever to whatever the main issue is. Now, this is what the official apology looks like, where Ubisoft says that to our esteemed Japanese community, a message from our Assassin's Creed Shadows development team. Now, first, we want to express our heartfelt thanks for all your support for the Assassin's Creed series for about 20 years. And they've said that they tried to do the Vikings era from the 9th century England and plenty of different eras. And here's the main thing. They said that since the announcement of Assassin's Creed Shadows, we've received many positive reactions, which, let's be honest, it's one of the minorities out there because there's been more hate than positive reactions. It seems like, you know, they've also received some criticism, including from you guys, our own Japanese players. And we share our passion for history and deeply respect your care for the historical and cultural integrity of your rich in heritage. But I don't think they really touched on the main issue here. If we move on to the second page, they say that we've put significant effort into ensuring an immersive and respectful representation of feudal Japan. However, our intention has never been to represent any of our Assassin's Creed games, including Assassin's Creed Shadows, as factual representation of history. But yeah, this kind of makes a lot of sense because obviously if any of you guys have played previous Assassin's Creed games or any Assassin's Creed games, we know know that it's not really an exact accuracy of what history represents. It's just something that's inspired from history, and then they create their own version of what history is. And that's basically what Assassin's Creed games have always been. And some people are really mad that they did not really go with the historical accurate characters and whatnot. And I think that Ubisoft is actually correct in this aspect, because obviously the game is not about history. It's about just using the culture and just trying to represent it in their own ways. So it kind of just makes a lot of sense here. And they basically just talk about how they put in a lot of work, and people are just criticizing the fact that, you know, they're not historically accurate, which I think Ubisoft is actually correct in this part. But the main issue as to why Japanese people are mad, and not just Japanese people, the entire Assassin's Creed community is really upset about how Ubisoft did not really touch on the main issue of whatever's happening with Assassin's Creed Shadows hate and all the controversies that's going on. Now, honestly, I don't understand as to why this apology is, because usually when someone does an apology, it means that they're probably going to change the things that they did wrong or something like that. It just seems like, you know, Ubisoft is saying that they're putting a lot of work into this game, and it's just an inspiration from the history of Japan, but it's not a one-on-one historical representation of what real history stands for. Now, I don't know what Ubisoft was expecting. Maybe they thought that by dropping this apology message, they might receive some sort of a sympathy from fans, but it turned out to be much worse at this point. People are hating the game even more. It seems like they just fueled the fire that was already burning. In some way, it's kind of really sad for the developers who are putting a lot of work in this game, but at the same time, you know, there's a lot of things that's wrong about this game. What do you guys think about this whole project? Are you guys going to be buying Assassin's Creed Shadows? Let me know down below in the comments, or have you already pre-ordered the game? Me personally, I'm a huge fan of Assassin's Creed series. You know it. I always keep making videos about these games. So of course, I will be playing this game. I will definitely be trying out all the things that this game has to offer. And honestly speaking, if I could give a suggestion, Ubisoft, the best thing to do at this point is to simply just remove the romance option for Yasuke and just leave the romancing option only for Naoe, because he's an historical character and he has a wife and kids. And if the game is going to be offering this character multiple romancing options with any genders that he wants, it's going to be very disrespectful, and it kind of just puts on a representation of Yasuke as a disloyal person to his wife. So since Ubisoft said that we can give our honest opinions about whatever their apology was, so this is my honest opinion. If Ubisoft could do this one thing, I think it could probably save a lot of hate, and they might receive some sympathy from fans, and hopefully Assassin's Creed Shadows gets the love that this game honestly does deserve, because they put in a lot of work into this game, and I just can't wait to go ahead explore the whole world of Feudal Japan. Now let me know in the comments down below, are you guys going to be playing this game, or are you completely done with the Assassin's Creed franchise after what you've seen with Assassin's Creed Shadows? Let me know in the comments. I would love to go ahead, read your comments, and reply to as many of you guys as I possibly can. Now with that being said, if you guys did enjoy this video, please just make sure to take a few seconds of your valuable time and drop a like on this video. It really goes a long way, and thank you guys so much for all the support, and I will see you guys on tomorrow's video. Until then, take it easy fams, and goodbye.